Hanwha just selected
the
Zoe, but Akali.
And it's still a flex, right? You can still throw that into top lane, into mid lane. I think the Whispering Faker hasn't been able to get hit
Might go for a steal.
time. Trouble Bubble's not going to land, but they are going to be able to lock down.
Clid was around on the right-hand side of the map. Oh, Khan made a really big blunder.
That's about a billion turret shots that he managed to pick up there as the Realm Orb's going to come in from Tal. Khan trying to get out, but the flash is going to be there. Tal closes the gap, and that's going to be first blood. Solo kill for Tal, top side. Look at that. All of the turret plates taken already, and I've seen this play before. The ultimate's going to get traded now as Key does go into stasis, but he's going to continue tanking this turret. That's a great stun to come down. Last turret shot.
Come over and make things a little bit difficult for him, though.
Yep, and no Infernal Drake to be taken just yet. So, Clid did decide to go for Shelly. Teleport to come in as Ryze is looking to pick up a buy and make his way back. They do manage to take him out immediately, though, and remember, okay, Shelly's going to lose her patience. Oh, no, that's really important, man. Especially when you're probably not going to be able to throw it down to pick up too many plates, as it is 13 minutes and 20 seconds. And all of the plates top lane.
Man.
This is a gigantic jinx. Look at that.
Than they were just a couple of moments ago. All canceled. Yeah.
Twin Disciplines is going to come down here as Clid gets the kick flash, lands the Q. That's the clean Lee Sin play that we're expecting. This outer turret in the mid lane, Sungyu tanking up that one. Didn't want to, but
they end up getting the mid-tier 1 turret. It is going to
get in there. It is going to be a 50-50 most likely as Clid gets on over. Bono still at about half health. As Mega Death Rocket gets rid of Teddy. And Clid has to get out. Not going to be able to contest this dragon anymore. And that is second Infernal over to
Hanwha Life. They're going to be able to pick that up quite handily. 3.3k gold lead. Raptor camp going down.
Lands on Namada, but otherwise he's going to be A-OK. Faker wanting to get into position here is... All right, Khan, that is aggressive.
Man.
Goes into his stopwatch, but the Chompers are going to be there, and Lava does pick up that kill in the end. Super Mega 1,000 gold deficit. SKT with all 5 members are here, and Marta's going to go for this one. The Dark Passage is available, and Sungyu does take it. In order to get out, Bono is going to be taken, but Marta is going to be traded for it. Zoe picks up that kill. That's a big flash already utilized as Faker trying to get out of there, but look at these rockets. Pow is going nuts. Into the backline, the slow lands from the zap and lasts for about forever. As Sungyu
trying to stop the Lee Sin. You can see that he's just looking for a rune prison.
Yep, and the Baron is just going to get taken down. Lava from over the wall. No way that Clid was going to make his way in there. Keys peel. Get it?
Key and peel?
Yeah, that was part of my joke. Yeah, it's just really beautiful to watch here from Hanwha Life. And this is the kind of team fight that they like as Clid tries to go for the Hail Mary, but he doesn't really have much of a health bar. And he's just going to die before he can really do anything. I do respect it. I respect the idea. But it's not going to win you the game here on SKT's side. They're just too far behind. They're going to take down one inhibitor. Hanwha Life now just looking to try and end this game. 4 versus 5. Redemption's going to come in, and look at this. The Jinx just does so much damn damage to these Nexus turrets. Marta once again throws out the ultimate, but finds no joy onto anyone. Tal on the front line. He's going to go into the Zhonya's. Final hour has been popped, but Teddy just dies. It's the Thresh that even picks up that kill. Is now Faker. He's in the Shroud, and he might just die before anything happens. He does. Lava picks up that kill, and Khan goes back to the fountain. He's looking for the next game. Clid's going to respawn, but he respawns just to watch his Nexus die. Sungyun's trying to get these auto attacks onto the members on their fountain as Khan does go down. That's going to be that. Hanwha Life onto the fountain here just to grab extra kills here for Sungyun, and the Nexus will fall in the end. Hanwha draw first blood today against SK Telecom T1. They'll need to go back to the drawing board. Seconds to go, and they are going to lock it in. This is looking pretty dangerous. See whether Sungyun is going to buy into the fleet footwork, Kai'Sa. Move himself around the map to try and save people, but he might actually just be taken down here. The exhausts are going to be traded, but that is a very dead Braum. Oh, gets the flash. Stand behind me's there, but Justice punches exactly that. Hanwha are looking for this one, though, as Teddy comes. And they're also happy to do this because we know the Mountain Drake ain't a great Drake if you're behind. So you may as well pick up Shelly, open up this map even more.
No, that means knife in Korean.
Is it?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Hemo plate goes down as Tal's tanking out the minions, just gets kicked in the head. Doesn't even have time to queue. Good knock up there from Bono, but he's outside of the turret range, and that is 2 free kills for SKT. A misplay on Hanwha's side. Good
teleport available. Plates are still going down in bottom lane, and I like what he's doing. He's letting the turret finish off almost all of the minions.
Well, this is why we say the Ryze is the blocker pick to the Vladimir. If you want to pick the Vlad, ban the Ryze.
And you had the Vladimir, which is just very bizarre.
It's just when is that team fight going to happen?
No.
Question that I have. I guess Mountain Drake could be very deep teleport here as Khan's just looking to keep them busy. Arrow's going to go wide, but it's a good flash to get out of the way. 4-man taunt here from Faker on the Galio. We know how well he can team fight as the LeBlanc is already dead. It's Clid that just gets rid of her. A defensive hero's entrance is now. The Sanguine pulls in the backline, but the exhaust is fantastic, and the Vladimir does nothing. Double kill going over to the Rise, and SKT.
It is.
Yeah, it's
over
20
a
minutes
6,000 gold lead here at 20. It's about to go up a little bit more. 7,000 now. Inhibitor turret going to fall, and it wouldn't just be a surprise to see SK Telecom fall back.
Nope, they are going to fall Vladimir territory. In fact, he's the opposite of a scary Vladimir. Haven't seen too many of these so far in the LCK.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
But this is a nightmare situation for Vladimir LeBlanc.
Yeah, but it feels pretty good for SKT as now Faker wants to find that taunt, gets it onto Bono. That's an easy one. After Key goes down as an afterthought. Arrow lands beautifully as Teddy gets the flash, but doesn't actually get the next auto. Onto Bono. Tal dives into the backline. The Sanguine pull's good. Hemoplay gives him some health back, and then he's...
Lava tries to come in here, do some damage, but...
Oh my goodness. Ash actually Giles not the kind of Vladimir that we're used to seeing here in the LCK, and we're going to witness it one more time as another fight is broken out. Faker makes his way forward. Teddy takes down Bono very easily. Khan, sorry, he's gone completely nuts in the backline, and that is going to be the triple kill for the Ash, and SKT should win the game.
Yeah. All right. I mean, it's looking pretty close right now, Atlas. I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah, I know.
12-0. Yeah.
5-0 in turrets. Over 10,000 gold lead.
Almost a perfect game.
Yeah,
that one Mountain Drake, that pesky Mountain Drake.
Sadly.
Getting away from them.
Arrow. Narrowly avoided by Lava by staying still.
I actually think that they could have potentially ended the game with how far ahead they are.
Yeah.
But instead, choosing to be captain careful.
It's in the SKT rulebook because I guess that's their coach. But,
yeah.
Surprise comb is not necessarily one that means that someone's just going to be asleep on the desk.
Well, then I guess I don't know what else.
Yeah, I know. I don't know either.
I don't think there's anything else that you can actually really do then.
That was the comeback mechanic. Hopefully they get into a...
I can't even say like maybe a mouse has an error. That'd be a pause too.
That would be a pause.
What if all 5 SK Telecom players' PCs and their microphones stop working so the ref can't be alerted? And then they look back to motion the ref?
Well, it better happen right now because the Nexus is dying and SKT are about to win game number 2. They just pile drive Hanwha Life at the very end here. It's all too easy. They hop into the Realm Warp. What the heck was that? They bring the minions so they don't even get killed by the Nexus laser. The Fountain laser, sorry. SKT do fight back
Come
again.
into them.
All right. Well, Kenny is going to be the response.
Take over, Alice. I'm gonna need a little bit of time.
Key's gonna move over. Mata not on vision. Gets himself down there as there's the knock up. But Bono is in so much trouble. Doesn't have flash. He's gonna go down. First blood over to SKT, and that was just straight up a misplay. This rush, Hook is going to connect onto the dragon. Can't bring
Faker not around. Teleport coming in though. This is the weirdest thing I've seen.
Yeah, we've got double teleports actually on both sides as Marta is going to be the first one in here. Chains of Corruption to do land. Sangyun gets himself out of the fight, but that is not exactly the culling that they wanted to see. Lava does find the ultimate, gets the flowback, tries to dive forward. They've traded 1-for-1 so far, but Marta is able to limp out of there. And it is going to be both the
turret.
That is going to do it. That is going to be first turret blood going over to Hanwha Life here on the bottom side, but SKT are now closing in. 4 versus 2. That is Runic Echo's complete as we've got an Abyssal Voyage once more. Lava going to get immediately exhausted, and this is just Marta's ability to track down stragglers on the map. And the distortion can be followed as Khan very close to having his teleport back up, but it is still on cooldown for the moment. Hanwha Life are fast. They will be able to get themselves a dragon here. And it will be traded for the top outer turret and the mid outer turret as well. SKT going to feel pretty comfortable taking that one down. As the Mountain Drake from behind is what Hanwha Life have themselves, and that's just not what you want.
Rotating up to the top tier too, and this looks like it's going to be a pretty easy pickup as well. And so we talk about one of the things about Mountain Drake is that it can end up being a dead dragon if you're too far behind.
Potential engagement. Khan looking for the flank. Lava once again possibly in the wrong position. That is a great weight on the explosive cast, but Marta's able to flash himself to get out. The slicing Maelstrom is doing exactly that, and SKT's team fight just looks too good 4 already dead. Songyun running for the hills, and SKT, they wish it was 1 minute in the future where they could pick themselves up a Baron. Instead, they're diving under inhibitor turrets to try and get this last remaining player on Hanwha's side.
And I think that fight right there, I think it was probably way too decisive. Mary Baron. You have the Yasuo, so definitely have quite good Baron.
Marys, like we were talking about, in order to get Hanwha back in. Mount Drake goes over, that's strong, guys. Piercing Arrow lands onto the champions, but they do manage to siege out this outer turret in the mid lane. That is going to be just some free money going back in as, okay, Bono doesn't find the last breath activation as Faker takes the culling to the face, but Teddy just does way too much DPS, and Bono...
On my life, they're going to nope out of that one.
Yeah, that's a dead Baron.
That was like, you know, in The Exorcist.
Yeah, the Blitzcrank as well. Continuing to be great on Thomas. And that is that last inner turret that I was talking about before. That is going to project SKT over the line when it comes to that 10,000 gold lead.
Just thought of a skin idea.
All right. Do we want to talk about it after the ensuing fight?
This isn't much of a fight, but you take it over.
All right. That's going to be Khan. Slicing Maelstrom does get himself one of the kills, does most of the health bar of Bono and Lava, and that is going to secure the base broken. Are they just going to push forward and try and win this game? I think the answer is going to be yes. Not a lot of flashes remaining here as Teddy's got so much DPS. 4 members still alive here from Hanwha. They have some more buttons. Then the explosive cask has just come back off cooldown, but I think the damage has been done, to be perfectly honest here. They take down 2 of these inhibitors. Lava is going to tank up the Sonic Wave. Khan just looking for it once again. He wants to rip apart the rest of this Hanwha squad. Nexus turret's now under fire. Lava doesn't find any of the knockups there. That is going to be the knockback, but no last breath is going to be employed because Lava just didn't have the health bar for it. He gets back onto the fountain. 1 second until Tal is back up. SKT might need to pay respect to the Vladimir that does have the death cap as Lava just taking way too much damage. Windwall does come up to save his life. Devour comes in there. Okay, that's a lot of damage as Faker is going to get taken down. Lava is going to survive, but Tal just can't do it. Nexus turret's now going to fall. The piercing arrow is going to come in. Key, not a lot of options here as the Blitzcrank does land the hook on Tamada. He gets hit by the last breath, but the Nexus is going to get taken down, and SKT find the reverse sweep, and Hanwha put it to the ground in Game 3.
And that was a relatively clean game number 2 and 3 by SK Telecom. Definitely Game 3, they got some really massive advantages that all stemmed from that one middle lane fight where Hanwha Life had no business being as far up as they were.
Yeah, and also that overstay from Bono on the bottom side. Trying to get Bertha, I believe. Trying to take down the Gromp there on the blue side of the map, but there was vision available, and it just wasn't enough punishment. You can see big smile on Songyun's face. Him and Khan good friends, but it is going to be the SKT win that we were all expecting moving into this series. Yeah, that was a weird one, so we are going to throw it over to Ji-sun to make sense of it in this MVP translation.
Thank you very much, guys. This is translation, and we're going to be joined by Khan and Faker for this interview. Well, you guys actually Sandbox took the 2nd place yesterday, so how did you prepare for today's series? It's not that we prepared for today specific. I mean, all the remaining matches are so important, so we just focused on getting rid of our mistakes and getting rid of our weak points and making sure to pull off our strong points in game. Game 1, you guys were a bit challenging, but what about Game 2 and 3? I think, yes, I'm quite satisfied with my play in Game 2 and 3. Faker, in Game 1, there were some moments of struggles, so what kind of feedback went back and forth before going into Game 2 and 3?
일단 1세트 같은 경우에는
Speaking of Game 1,
팀이 좀 주도권이 없어가지고
SK
많이 힘들어했었는데
Telecom team, as a team, didn't really have a lot of priority, especially in the bot lane. So that was our focal point during the feedback. Game 2, you guys took down all of the turret plates, and you guys were very aggressive. And the main character was you, Khan. Locked in Rise. Was it your turn to carry?
픽의 자체가 좀 그런 의미도 있었고
Rise does
이제
have some kind of
그만큼
meaning as
좀
like
믿고
carrying the
진
game.
만큼 제가
And
해내야
also,
된다는
our
생각을
team was
했기 때문에
trusting
좀
me
잘
to
됐던 것
play the DPS
네,
champion,
사실
so I had
라이즈가
some
딜
responsibility
다
to
되는 챔피언이기
kind of
때문에
answer with
한국에서
good
정말
plays.
좋아할 만한 챔피언이라고 생각이 들었거든요. 평소에 연습할
네.
때도 라이즈
Do you
위주로 많이 좀 준비를
Practice
하시나요?
Rise a lot during the
라이즈
streams
같은
and solo
경우에는
queue.
이제 좀 미드도 탑도
Rise
이제
is
뽑는데 좀
good
어려움이 없기
flex pick.
때문에 자주 나오기
Currently in
때문에
mid and top
이제
lane, so
연습할 때 기용이 자주 되는 편인 것 같아요.
That's why I
현재
kind of
연습이
practice
빛났던
it a
장면이
lot.
또 있었죠. 리신과의 호흡이 아주 빛났던 장면 함께
Let's
만나보겠습니다.
go through this highlight together. It's you and Clint in
이때
the top
클리드
lane.
선수가 진동감지를 피해서 서 있다가 들어오셨어요. 천성필 저는 연기도 너무 빛났다고 생각을
It
하는데
was
이 장면
actually
만들기 전에
standing
서로
still
어떤 얘기
in
나누셨나요?
regard to
아,
Rex
이게
side.
렉사이가
So
플래시가
what's going on over
없는
there?
줄 모르고 제가 쫄아가지고 플래시를 썼거든요.
아,
네,
Well,
저
actually
장면이 끝나고 나서 아니
didn't know
플래시
Rek'Sai
없었는데 왜
didn't have
플래시
flash,
썼냐
so I just
몰랐다고.
flashed back. But
다음엔 좀잘
after
들어보도록
that, someone
하겠다고
told me
얘기가
that
나왔어요.
he actually wasn't having any
좀
flash.
좋은
Why did you
얘기를
flash back?
나눠보려고 했는데 좀
So
실수 얘기를 해주셨고요.
that was a
이
bit of a
장면
mistake
누가
actually
먼저
over
하자고
there.
콜이 있었나요?
일단
And whose call was it at the
탑에서
first
일단
place?
진교한 상황이 좀 괜찮기도 할 거고
Well, I had good
라이즈랑
trade in
블라디가
top lane,
유리하기 때문에
and
그러기도 하고 이제
Liza
렉사이가 위쪽으로 올 것 같다고
Liza
이제
actually
크리스
wins
선수가 얘기를
Vladimir in
잘
top lane,
해줘가지고
and
서로
also
캐치하고 나서 잘 된 것 같아요.
we had good
리신과의
synergy
호흡이
over
정말
there to
좋았고요.
make the kill.
마지막에 기억나시죠?
네.
네, 세레모니라고 봐도 되겠죠?
And was that a ceremony that
세레모니라기보다는
ultimate to the
일단 좀 넥서스가 부서지는 게
fountain?
확정적이다 보니까 그냥 조금이라도 더 KDA를
Oh, not
올리려고
like a ceremony. I mean, we knew that
저희
the Nexus
팀은
will
또
go
이렇게
down for
KDA
sure,
팀이죠.
so we wanted to make our KDA look better, so we just wanted more kill over there.
어떻게 하면 좀 잘 데리고 들어갈 수 있나요?
미니언을 그냥 데리고 들어가다기보다는 미니언 많은 곳에서 궁 쓰면은
We just,
들어가기
I mean, I just
때문에
used my ultimate
예,
where
공을
there were a lot of
대신
minions,
맞으면은
so we were able to
죽일 수 있어서
run away
사실
from the
이거는
razors at the
방법이긴
first
합니다.
time we landed in their fountain,
KDA
so that wasn't
챙겨주기까지
a hard
깨알같이
play.
2세트 완벽했습니다. 그리고 3세트 와 페이커 선수의
Moving
르블랑
on to
정말
game number
엄청납니다.
3.
전적도
Your
굉장히
LeBlanc was
높거든요.
clean and
페이커 선수
perfect.
르블랑
네.
많이 좋아하시는 편인가요?
Do you like LeBlanc a lot?
태민이가 많이 좋아하더라고요.
I mean, Taemin Clint likes it, to be honest.
태민 선수를 위한 픽이었다고.
Was that a pick for
그런 건
Clint?
아니고요.
네.
No?
그냥 좀
Not like
약간
that.
좀 태민이가 싫어하는 챔피언들을 하면 뭔가
Well,
좀
there's
나이스도
a few
적어지고 그런 거
champions
같기는
that
한 것 같아요.
Clint doesn't really like, so if I
네,
pick them,
알겠습니다.
he actually doesn't
1세트
talk
이후에
much
2,
during the game.
3세트 굉장히 뱀픽이 촘촘해졌다, 확
And a
달라졌다라는
lot of
얘기들이
fans said
있었는데요.
that game 2 and 3,
선수들의
the draft
어필이었나요?
was
아니면
really
코칭
clean.
스태프분들이 많이 만들어주셨나요?
Was that from the
네,
coaching
물론
staff or
저희 선수들이
from the players?
이야기해서 어떤 픽을 선택을 할지 이야기하는 것도 있지만
We have a lot of
코칭들이
communication
밤새
during the pick and bans,
동안
but mostly
공부를
about the
많이
draft,
하셔가지고
our coaching staff
점점
stay up
픽이
all
좋은
night
픽이
to
나오면
come up with the best
네,
composition,
정말
so
많은
I
조합들
want to
준비해놨었고
give the credit to the
그중에
coaching
가장
staff.
최고의 픽들을 또 뽑아냈다고 생각을 합니다. 그런데 상대가 야라가스를 들고 나와서
However,
정말 미드에서
Actually,
좀 압박이
Hanwha
많이
Life Esports
느껴졌을 것
played
같은데
Yasuo Gragas
실제로
composition, so did you
페이커
feel some bit of
플레이를
a pressure?
보면서 야라가스의 존재감이 완전히 지워졌었거든요.
Well, I think your performance wiped out the existence of Yasuo and Gragas.
우선 뭐 야라가스가 일단 미드에서 굉장히
Well, Yasuo Gragas
주도권을 많이 잡는
composition, they have a lot of priority in the mid lane,
제가 상대법을 잘 알기 때문에
but I know how to counterplay it.
좀 별로 위협적이지
So it wasn't really that like scary for me.
가능하다면 상대법 하나만 꿀팁
Can you
공유해 주실 수 있을까요?
Let us know one of the counter plays. Just don't die.
왠지 그 얘기를 하실 것 같았습니다. 네, 오늘도 꿀팁 감사하고요.
Thank you very much for that useful
3세트
tip.
외줄타기 플레이가 굉장히
And
일품이었어요.
Your performance of
지금부터 함께
LeBlanc
만나보겠습니다.
was really awesome. So let's go through this replay together.
네, 페이커 선수가 이렇게 위로 올라오는 과정에서 오는 선수 라바 선수가 끈질기게 따라옵니다.
Bruno Lava was chasing you, but
이때 스킬
you just
다
casually
피하실
walked
자신이 있었던
out.
건가요?
일단 제 반응 속도를 믿고 했는데 아직은 좀
Well, I was trusting my reaction speed, and I think I am still good.
배치기 쓰는 걸 보고 그냥 쓰니까 좀
Well, I
약간
saw
좀
him
쉽게
using
피할
his
수
body
있었던
slam,
거였던
so I was easily
야,
just
이 뒤에
able
그랩까지
to
막다
dodge
피해내시는
that.
장면이 많았는데요. 팀원들이 뭐 미드 밀고 있을 때또
You were also
3대1 장면도 나왔고요.
playing 1v3 when the rest of the player was pushing mid lane
페이커
and
선수가
you
다
were
막아주겠다 이런 생각도
dodging all the
하셨나요?
hooks and
일단
perfect.
저는
Your play was really
슈퍼플레이하고
perfect.
슈퍼 차이기도 하고
I wanna say
상대가
there
그런
is no big
외줄타기
difference
속에서도
between
좀 되게
trolling
굉장히
and
활약을
super
많이
plays.
했던 선수기도 하고 해서 일단
And
이게 3대1 상황이어도 개의치 않고 잘해줄 거라고 이런 팀원들
I
다
have a
믿고
faith in
있었기
Faker that
때문에
he can do
그런
well
결과가
even
나온 것
against a
네,
third player.
팀원들에게
So
든든한
I was
페이커
trusting
선수의
him.
플레이였고요. 오늘 정말 상대방의 탑 미드가 너무너무 잘해줬습니다.
Today,
상체가
both
아주
top and
든든했는데
mid, the top
이제
side
몇
of the
경기
map was
남지
so
않았지만
strong and
다음
solid.
경기도 어렵습니다. 샌드박스와의
But your
경기인데요.
upcoming series will be up against
어떻게
Sandbox.
준비하실
How are you going to
계획이신가요?
prepare for that?
네, 저희가 1라운드 때 샌드박스한테
Well, Sandbox
졌었는데
defeated us in the first round robin.
생각을 가지고 있고요. 그리고
So
이번에
I want to make sure to take them down this time, the second round robin.
2등을 확정지을 수도 있는 거고. 만약에
That is
이번에
one of the
샌드박스가
most
패배하면
crucial game to
좀 못할
keep
수도
us
있기 때문에
up in the second place.
잘
And
준비해서
if we lose, we
가도록
might not be able to
네,
stay in
그래서
second
응원하도록
place, so we're going to
하겠고요.
prepare
선수도
really
좀
hard.
선수 말씀하셨듯이 2, 3이 정말 치열한 순위 경쟁이에요.
Just like Faker mentioned,
보이스가
the
나왔는데
fight for second place will be so fierce. But I saw your mic check and you were
샌드박스
saying
전에
nice with a very
기대해봐도 될까요?
angry voice.
좋은 모습 보여드릴 수 있도록 노력하겠습니다.
I hope to be
하지만 칸
calm
선수의
and
그
performing
멋진
well
다시
in
한번
that.
다음 경기에도
Sandbox game.
기대해 보도록 하겠습니다. 오늘 MVP 칸
I'm just
선수,
going
페이커
to
선수
try my best
만났습니다.
in that
감사합니다.
감사합니다.
series.
네, SKT의
This
기분
will
좋은
be the end
승리와
of the
함께
interview with
중계석
Khan and
연결할게요.
Faker from SK Telecom. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ji-sun, for your translation. Great to hear from both of the solo laners from SKT. Khan playing absolutely fantastically there. And SKT, Faker did have a nice dodge of some Gragas abilities.
Yeah.
I'll definitely say that.
Well, SK Telecom get back into the second place, but obviously when they collide against Sandbox, that will really